Hello everyone, in this video I will discuss about another type of electromechanical transducer. So that transducer name is LVDT. LVDT means linear variable differential transformer. So why we call it as an electromechanical transducer? Because it converts rectilinear motion into equivalent electric signal. Rectilinear motion into equivalent electric signal. That electric signal is in the form of change in electromagnetic force. So we will discuss about the construction of LVDT. So basically it has one primary winding and two secondary windings. So this primary winding, it is placed at the middle or the center position, and two secondary windings, they are placed at a equal distance from these primary windings and in series. So suppose the primary winding name is P, two secondary winding, one is S1, one is S2. Also the number of turns of the both the secondary windings are equal. That means the number of turns of S1 equal to number of turns of S2. So these are wound around a glass reinforced polymer. So this is made up of glass reinforced polymer and it is hollow. So hollow glass reinforced polymer. So this structure is covered with a magnetic shield. And the entire structure is covered with a stainless steel housing. So this is a stainless steel housing. So this is the fixed portion of the LVDT, and there is another movable portion of the LVDT which detects the rectilinear motion, which produces the rectilinear motion in corresponding to some force or pressure. So that movable portion is known as core. So it is made of nickel iron alloy. So this is a magnetic material. So initially the core is placed at the center. So how it works? So the primary winding is connected to an AC supply. So because of which the primary winding will be energized, current will flow. So the primary winding will be energized. So according to Faraday's laws of induction, electromagnetic induction, what happens when we place an conductor in an electric field, it produces electromagnetic flux. So the electromagnetic flux produces in the primary winding. When this primary winding is energized and the core is placed at the middle position, so electromagnetic flux produces according to Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. So this electromagnetic flux gets induced in both the secondary windings. So it depends on the number of turns. So when the core is at the middle position, the electromagnetic flux induced in the electromagnetic force induced in the both the secondary windings are equal. Suppose the electromagnetic force induced in the first secondary winding is, that is of S1 is E1, and the electromagnetic force induced in the second secondary winding is E2. So when core is at the middle position, in that case E1 equal to E2. So net output voltage is the difference between the EMF of two windings, secondary windings, that is E2 minus E1, that is equal to 0. So this is at the mid position. So because of the application of some force or pressure, this core produces rectilinear motion. So because of the application of core, suppose it is moving in the forward direction. So in that case it is closer to this S2 winding. So in this case the EMF induced in the S2 winding, that is E2, will be greater than the EMF induced in the S1 winding, that is E1. So the net output voltage is the difference between two EMF, that is equal to E2 minus E1. Suppose it is measuring vacuum pressure. So in this case what will happen, this core will move in the backward direction. So in that case the EMF induced in the first secondary winding, that is in the S1 winding, will be greater than the EMF induced in the S2 winding. So in that case E1 greater than E2. So the net EMF is the difference between the net output voltage is the difference between E1 minus E2. So basically it senses some pressure or force. So according to this according to the input signal, this core produces movement, and according to its movement the EMF induced in the both the coil varies. So the net output is the difference between two EMF of the two secondary windings.